This one is called Red Wine. Shattered glass and red wine on marble, black and white tiles. A tablecloth is draped across the outline of a frail little flower. She, a terracotta doll, was still for fear of moving, and I played games of chess with her, stalemate after stalemate, into safe-locked sepulture. But time had had its way with her, and slowly chipped away at her. Like vines, I grew too close to her, and accidentally broke her. Blind, I read the ripples of her ribcage like braille. Her body, my Rosetta Stone, but I cannot decipher. There are just too many pieces missing. Holy War, zealots, and I'm no politician. I don't trade handshakes with dead men, and I was never too familiar with the language of war. But I craft bullets out of syntax and then shoot myself repeatedly. The conflicts in my psyche are the bloodiest I know, but maybe it's the head rush speaking. So I don't spend a lot of time deciding what to think, but I guess that jihad and justice both start with a J. And maybe that's the medicine. I don't know what it means. Suppose the better half of me was slaughtered in a war, but if I do not believe in God, then what would I have fought it for? I keep on killing thoughts while I'm on sleeping pills in parking lots, deciding how to write a poem out of notions tied in knots. I'm no philosopher. Maybe I'm an arsonist. The chain link fence. I can feel the wind in pieces, hitting me selectively. I can feel the bricks behind you closing in protectively. I'm quite familiar with the sun. With it, I can measure time. I study how it seeps behind the buildings and escapes us. I can feel the sadness in your golden sunset gaze, like a piercing stare divided by the chain link fence between us. I can feel the itch of leaves weathered by the winter. I can feel the universe, and we are at the center. As planets shift, the stars adrift, making maps out of the cosmos, as if there were a hidden treasure buried in the sky. I can feel the weakness in the way you gasp for air, like a twist of fate decided by the chain link fence between us. I can feel the frozen pavement distancing our feet, remnants of a lively world admitting its defeat. In my attempts to quantify the cancer known as time, I found that we live separate lives inseparably. Maybe if the sun will rise and dawn another day, we can find a way to break the chain link fence between us. I'll just read one more real fast. It's called Don't Get Hasty. I can taste the sweat in the room and the tension in my hair from the threat of my doom, and I read your letter, but I know it's better that I just leave it alone. I turn your writing into whispers, while the whispers turn to tears. Before the shouting came, the vision of the rest of the day seemed clear. So you threw a rock into my lake and watched the ripples spread like a plague through my respiratory. But I kept on reading, though my eyes were bleeding. There were moths in my throat that were begging and pleading to get to the light outside. I know that it's better I leave them to die. So I threw my sticks into your fire, let them burn to ash and smolder over your cackles and laughs. I guess it's the price for taking it back. And I reached the end like a race against time, and I tore it to shreds, like I was dismantling your mind. And in an ocean of tears, the shards of your efforts were drowned in the fruits of your victory. There's nothing more bittersweet than tasting defeat. Was it you, or was it me? Who's next? Do we have a schedule for?
No.
No? Should I keep going? Or?
If you'd like, for a few minutes.
Okay. About 7:20.
Who's scheduled?
7:40 is like mine.
You're 7:40. Okay. Now go ahead and read a few more.
Okay. Let's see. This one's called Big Techno Nihil Machine. I have urges to die. I hope the makeup covers my wounds and makes me look better. Fuck it, I hope it erases me. I have urges to die. I built a sword and fed to it lives. And just to be pretty, I gave the barrel a trigger and bullets and named it Bayonet. And I fed it even more. I have urges to die. I starve myself slowly and beg for attention. I feast like a chauvinist, take from the weak, and laugh at myself as I bleed to death. I have urges to die. I created a god and gave it a voice. I named it Scripture and watched how it killed, evolved. And I love the way they follow. I have urges to die. I hope the TV covers the truth and makes me look better. Fuck it, I hope it replaces me. This one's called A Riddle for a Physicist. Hello, I am in a box. Something isn't right. I am lying on my side. Am I dead or still alive? My legs are weak and shaky, and the blackness burns my flesh. I am blinded, bleak. I cannot breathe. My hairs are singed haphazardly. I am shivering and cold, but still it feels like I've been cauterized. When I cough, I taste the poison blood. When I choke, I writhe and twitch. And when I twitch, the pangs destroy me, eating me alive. My life has been left up to chance, a Geiger counter Russian roulette. There are shards of glass, a broken flask, and cyanide humidity. Suffocation, boiling skin, radioactivity. This toxicity has finished me explicitly. The searing pain is killing me. I'm glad it humors you. Who am I, Mr. Schrödinger? And what were you trying to prove?